We're here with Dublin Premier Junior captain Emer Keenan. Emer, we're just over a week away from the All-Ireland final. How are the preparations going?
Oh, they're going great. Great excitement in the camp. Everyone is looking forward to the game and getting tugged out and running out onto this Croke Park pitch. It's very exciting.
You were here this time last year. We spoke actually this time last year as well. The experience of last year, what was it? What was that like?
Oh, it's amazing. Like as a child, anyone's dream is to run out on to the Croke Park pitch. To do that for your county on All Ireland final day is, it's the stuff that dreams are made of. So yeah, it was very exciting until the final whistle blew, and then it was less exciting. But no, a great experience all the same.
Yeah, unfortunately, you came out the wrong side of the result. What was it like in the dressing room afterwards?
Very, very lonely. Like even though there's 30 girls sitting around, it's a very lonely place. It's not a place where you want to be. But then, as well as that, you just have to try and pick each other up. And we were just trying to tell each other that, yeah, okay, we've lost one of the biggest games that we'll ever play in. But at the same time, we've also had one of our dreams come true and playing in Croke Park. So it's the little wins and the little lessons that you take out of it as well. At the end of the day, results will go against you more times than they go with you. So you just have to go on, I suppose, with it.
And that disappointment, have you used that to drive on again this year?
I suppose it got us through pre-season training. The winter nights, I suppose the drive there is to get back to summer hurling, and we knew we weren't too far away last year, that if we put our heads down and work hard, that we could get back to Croke Park on All Ireland final day and try and right the wrongs of last year.
And it's I think it's 12 years since Dublin side last won the Premier Junior title, so you'll be long remembered if you do the business on Sunday week.
Yeah. It's been a long time. It's like Dublin Camogie deserves to be showcasing on days like today or on All Ireland final day. So fingers crossed, we'll do the business.
The two teams you're coming up against, Kerry, you came up against them last year a couple of times through the league, and they look to have improved since last year. They just won, I think, the Division 3 title, league title, but Dublin have improved themselves this year, so it's going to be another ding-dong battle between the two sides.
Absolutely. I mean, Kerry and Dublin in an All-Ireland final, it's probably GAA history, but ourselves and Kerry in terms of Camogie have had some great battles over the years, and they've come out on top in a few, and last year I suppose we got the big win in the All-Ireland semi-final, so this year it will make for a very interesting final and a great game.
Looking at the stats of both sides, Kerry come with the strongest attack, and Dublin have the strongest defence. So it should be a tight affair.
Yeah. Like you'd imagine, the game will be nip and tuck, and then whatever team gets the lucky bounce of a ball or a lucky break, that could win the day.
All Ireland final days can be very intimidating. Particularly for players who are not used to playing in front of crowds or in this famous stadium. Dublin have experienced that already in last year's final. Kerry, this is their debut. Do you think that might be a slight bit of an advantage for Dublin?
I don't know if it would be. Like, we have a lot of fresh faces as well. This year, I suppose those of us that were here last year, we can maybe use our experience and pass it on to the girls, but they'll still have that freshness as well. But then we have the freshness and the experience, so maybe that will stand to us. But then as well as that, like the excitement of Croke Park gave us that buzz running out onto that pitch, and in the start of the game last year, we had that excitement of being in Croke Park on All Ireland final day, and Kerry will have that this year. But it's an All Ireland final. Both teams will be going out to give it everything that they've got.
Players are normally clued in game day. They block everything else out, but running out onto the pitch, I'm sure you can notice the crowd that's here. Unfortunately, for a lot of the year, you're not playing in front of big crowds. It still hasn't got to that stage supporter-wise.
Absolutely.
But did you notice the voices here last year?
You do. You definitely notice. Like as soon as you come out with the tunnel, you can just the noise. It's the one thing that probably takes your breath away. That for that split second, and then you run over to the bench and the team photo. And during that team photo, then it was just said. I think maybe Rodro had said it to us to just take this team photo now, turn, look around for that 30 seconds and take it all in, and then go and do the warm-up. And it was probably one of the best bits of advice of the day, because you just need that couple of seconds to compose yourself and also take it in, because it's a very special moment for every player.
It's been a bit of a frustrating summer for yourself. You picked up an injury in the Leinster Championship, and you've been pacing up and down the sideline would be the easiest way to put it. How frustrating has it been for you?
Pacing is probably the polite way to put it. No, it has been very frustrating. I mean, if I'd said otherwise, I'd be lying. As a player, every player wants to be playing, especially when you do the work in the off-season and pre-season. And what gets you through those nights is the thoughts of summer hurling. So when you get injured just as summer hurling is starting, it is tough. But then, as well as that, I suppose it was not being able to play and you're that one step removed from the team, or taking that one step back and you're on the sideline watching. It has made me so proud to see the girls develop over the summer, and they've gone from strength to strength since that Leinster final defeat, and the effort and the commitment that they've put in has made me a super proud captain of them.
And how is the injury now?
It's great, yeah. Back on the training field with the girls stuck in the middle of them and giving out again. So yeah, it's great.
And you know, you had that sort of advantage point from the sideline. What players from the team, from your team, have impressed you this year?
Oh Jesus! In general, the whole panel, like it's a 30-player game, and I mean that with my whole heart. Whether you're injured or not injured, every single player plays their part. In terms of individual performances, I think in every game someone has stood up, and you know, it's someone different in every game, and from number 1 to number 15, and regardless of what time you come into the game, everyone just has worked hard and put the effort in, and you know, the effort have been rewarded with this final appearance now on All-Ireland final day. And there's a number of new faces in the side this year from last year. I'm sure that has boosted the competition for places, and probably given the whole thing a lift from last year as well. Big time, yeah, and it's great. You know, the fresh faces have pushed everyone on, and no one can sit back and think, you know, that they have a jersey, because everyone is working hard for the jersey. And then like that with the new girls coming in, and they come in fresh and with that new excitement of pulling on the Dublin jersey for the Premier Juniors. And when you see that excitement, it kind of reminds us as well, like, no, this is the time to get excited. You're wearing your county jersey, and whether it be a challenge game, a league game, or a championship game, you know, it's just a great buzz, and it's great that we get to pull on the jerseys again on All-Ireland final day. And for yourself, it'll be another proud moment to lead your team out through that famous tunnel there over at the Hogan stand for All-Ireland final day on Sunday week. 100%. Like, to do it once is amazing. To do it twice, it's very, very special, and I count myself really lucky to be the captain of such an amazing group of girls. Well, Emer, thank you very much for taking the time out to talk to us. Very best of luck in the final. Thanks. We will hopefully see you on the pitch afterwards celebrating, and best of luck for the preparations in the lead-up. Thank you very much. Thanks a million.